Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. It's a chilly morning here in the Pacific Northwest, so I hope you guys are nice and warm and cozy where you're at. Today's video is kitchen knives. Yes, I think that's what I might title it. Got a couple of knives done, and the knives I decided to do first for 2018 were carving knives. Now back in 2017, I think it was, 2016, 2017, I did a chef's knife for a fella. I did Kurt's Chef Knife. Did a little bit of video series and such, and that was the first kitchen knife I'd ever done. I did that in 154 cm. Worked out great. It was a good steel, stainless steel. It's a good high-end stainless steel versus going to a 440 or something. So I wanted to do my first kitchen knife that way. Well, in 2018, I wanted to do more kitchen knives. But the first knife I wanted to start out with was the carving knife. Now the carving knife is about a 13-inch long knife and an 1.5 inch belly, or 1.25 inch belly, maximum height, and an 1/8-inch steel. I wanted to do that first for two reasons. One, I was practicing with a new steel. Instead of going with the 154 cm, I opted to go to crucible steels. And that's what I'm doing now, is switching to crucible steels. And I went with a CPM 154. Now, the CPM 154 and the 154 CM are actually, the chemical makeup of both are identical. Excuse me, it's just the process in which the steel was made is different. Not to muck everything too much with any of it, but the CPM 154 is a little bit more expensive for me to buy, but it's a little bit easier for me to work with, which is really nice. And it takes an edge really well. It holds that edge really well. It's a very good stainless steel. So I'm very pleased to have found it and read and learned about it. And I'm very pleased that these knives turned out the way they did. Now the first knife I did was this one right here. Right away, this is the only thing I have as of right now for covers. This is to protect the knife for shipment, as well as if you're going to keep this in your drawer and you don't want to throw it in a drawer with all your other knives, you could put it in a Kydex wrap like this. Otherwise, most people just take their knife and they put it in their block, their knife block. So I don't have a knife block. I have a drawer full of kitchen knives. But I have to say, most of my knives are probably from a Walmart or a Target or a Macy's or something like that. So they're not a very high-end knife. They will be now. I am very pleased with this. So the first one I did was this one. This is 13.5 inches long. Both of them will actually be 13.5 inches long because I extended the scales, the handle, an extra 1/2 inch for different size hands. And the blade length's still the same, but the handles are a little bit longer. So you're looking at a blade length here of 8 inches, and you're looking at the scales, okay, 5.25 inches. Okay, so it's 5.25 inches long. So it's 13.25 inches. This one I did in some of that double-dyed acrylic stabilized that I get from George. And I threw a couple of micarta pins on there just to do it. Like I said, this is the first one I did. I didn't want to dress it up a lot. I was either going to put nickel silver pins in there, or I was going to do the black micarta. And I said, well, I'll just do black micarta and we'll see what it looks like. At least it shows the end user, a customer that's coming in, or the pictures, what you can get, what kind of options you can have. But it turned out really nice. It's a really well-balanced knife. Again, both of these will have a tapered tang on them. They're sharpened down to 1,000 grit on a diamond hone, and then I strap them off. This one is particularly sharp. This I was showing off. These were being passed around for people to see, and somebody cut themselves on this one. Okay, so, yes, it's sharp. I tell people all the time they're sharp. I am not kidding. So these are pretty easy to come off. This is, you can see it's just Kydex itself. I literally push it with my thumb and it comes off, as you can see. I don't know if you'll see this or not. So I literally hold it with I'll hold it with my left hand so it's easier to do it. I just push this little, I'm going to probably make that lip a little bit bigger, but just to show you, I just push that with my thumb. That's all I'll do. I push that with my thumb, just like that. Now, I'll probably make this make a little lip on there. I tried to make it really simple, so we'll see. But anyhow, really turned out nice. I was really pleased with it. The second one I did the same way. The second one I did, again, the same length, same style, full-length taper tang. But this one I did with some burled maple. It was actually a curly maple with a burl in it. And I threw the decorative pins in it because it looked a lot nicer. This was a lot classier knife. Somebody said I made a knife for the Seahawks. That wasn't, I didn't appreciate that. No, anyhow, so, yeah, they said Seahawks colors. Anyhow, yeah, that's a whole nother video. Again, taper tang, everything else, but I really like the woodenness, and again, I'll throw pictures in there, but this just turned out slick when I stabilized this. Hopefully you guys will see this in the video, in the picture. Hopefully the camera will zoom in, but just really sharp looking. Just impeccable. Really pleased. So, one of the reasons why I also wanted to do these is because I wanted to get these out there, because the carving knife I thought would be a really good idea as a gift in a couple of different ways. One would be if you have a mom and dad, their wedding anniversary comes up. You know, do you get together with mom and dad at the holidays? Does dad like to carve the turkey or the roasts and the ham and everything? Maybe. Also, if it's mom and dad's anniversary, I could probably see, you know, someone's initials in these pins. Yep. You remember going back at some of the pictures in the videos that I've done in the past for knives, I have these they're 3/8 inch diameter, 10 millimeter, and there's a symbol or a logo or some type of shape within the pin, those decorative pins that I have, both on my website and here on YouTube. I can get those pins with initials. So if it's Robert and Elizabeth, and it's your mom and dad's wedding anniversary, I can get an R and an E in that pin, and that would be placed right in the middle of this knife. That would be really slick. Or, if you're watching this video, do you have a son and daughter? Maybe looking to get married soon. How about that son and daughter's initials in this? That would be pretty nice. Hand this to your daughter or your son, your daughter-in-law and your son, or your son-in-law and your daughter, on the day of their wedding when they're ready to cut the cake, and you turn around and you stop everything and you hand them over something like this. Now they get to slice a cake, the first slice of cake at their wedding with a knife that isn't something from the banquet hall or from the restaurant. It's something that they'll always be able to use their entire life, and it's an heirloom. That's why I want to do these carving knives. I think this would be really something else. Normally people get things for their weddings and a gift or something, and maybe it breaks or it's just pictures. You eat it, you do whatever, you get the memory, it's gone, you got pictures. Something like this you could use every year at Thanksgiving or at Christmas. They would be able to use this knife on that special occasion. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other thing was too is there's a lot of nice knives out there, a lot of nice knives, both in the kitchen and in the hunting and the tactical world, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm trying to do with these knives is find a happy medium. Like me and a lot of other people watching this video, you'll get your kitchen knives from, you know, Walmart or Macy's or something like that, like I mentioned earlier. But if you want a really special knife, usually you're getting into that $800, $1,000, $1,500, $3,000 mark for a kitchen knife. Whether it's a chef's knife, a carving knife, or a Santoku. What I'm going to try to do is keep my knives within a nice balance between that high-end, you know, custom-made series, you know, you're going to see that knife for $800, $1,000, or else you go to Macy's and get a really nice knife for, you know, $200, $300. So what I'm doing, I've been doing a little research, and I've been trying to reach out to some people that use knives for a profession, but I haven't had a lot of luck just yet. So after making this video, I haven't really had much luck. So I've been doing this all on my own and just by talking to people. And I think both of these knives have probably been in the hands of maybe a dozen people so far. Everything's been positive, so I'm confident in that nature that I've made the right knife and I'm on the right style and design. Now with that said, I'm going to be making a chef's knife and a Santoku next. I could not get 2-inch, 1/8-inch 154 or CPM 154. Nobody had it. So I had to go to the next best thing, which was a CPM, still a crucible steel, a CPM SV35 or S35 NV or VN, S35 VN. I'll put it in while I'm talking here. It's a really, really nice stainless steel. It's a very good alternative to doing this. So as I make knives, you might end up, and I'll let everybody know that yes, all your knives are going to be 150 or CPM 154, but depending on demand, I might switch over to that CPM S35VN. And so, but I'll let you know that. We'll see at the time when I make the knife. If there's going to be a cost difference, I'll convey that to you, the customer, the end user. But I try to do this to where I don't have to do that. I don't have to burden you with that difference. Hopefully I can, if it's only a $5 difference or something like that, I can eat that. $5-10. I can eat that difference just to make sure you get the knife you want. But we'll see when that time comes. But I do want to tell people that. Knife makers, we always give you 2 to 4 months leeway. If you want a knife, you got to let me know within 2 to 4 months, because I have to make sure I can get the steel, and I have to order, if you want your custom pins, I have to order the custom pins, and so on. So there's a lead time with these, so you definitely need notification. That's why it's January 2018. I've finished the carving knives. I wanted to get the video out. I wanted to share this with everybody. So if anybody was thinking about something like this, that's what you have to do. So hopefully I'm thinking in the right direction. I would appreciate a lot of feedback down below in the comments. That would be awesome. I share this on MeWe, or I share links to this on MeWe, Facebook, and so on. So wherever you see this video, I'd really appreciate it if you leave me some input. Hopefully I didn't babble too much. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you for the support. Like, share, subscribe. You know, all that good stuff keeps me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. I got high hopes for 2018, and hopefully I got a lot more good, positive videos coming out in the near future. Lots of big changes going on here. Hopefully they come true. So, until the next one, guys, cknifeandtool.com and patreon.com/cknifeandtool. Facebook, MeWe, Instagram, Viral Herd, and here on YouTube. It's all CK Knife and Tool. Until the next one, you guys take it easy. Have a good one.